Hello all. So today what I want to do is just quickly introduce some of the coaching ideas we have. I work with a lot of coaches, a lot of educators that have moved from the classroom into a coaching role, or maybe even moved from an administrative role into a coaching role. Or maybe you are the administrator and your current role is thinking about, hey, I want to work with a particular teacher to think about how do I help them along on their path. And I wanted just to quickly start off by just making sure that we all understand that everyone's working really hard and we want to validate all of that work. Whether you're a first year teacher or a 31st year teacher or more or less, we want to make sure that we can start by validating educators' work and validating all the time and commitment they're putting into it. And then thinking about, okay, what's a possible next step? It's always best to start with, hey, here's some really positive things we have. Here's some positive things we're noticing. I find it's always best to actually turn to the actual teachers we're working with and saying, hey, what do you think is going well? What do you think is a challenge? And thinking about what are some next steps that you want to do. And if we start that conversation asking the educator what their ideas are and what their preferences are, it puts the power onto them. It allows them to want to be able to get some help from you. Sometimes it's tricky. Sometimes I work with coaches, especially newer coaches, that come in and say, I'm going to go ahead and change everything. I'm going to walk into a teacher's room and change everything if what they're doing isn't right. And I'm going to tell you, you're going to get major pushback if you do that. You're going to get people that are not going to trust you, not going to want to work with you, and you're not going to be able to go in. You're going to be spinning your wheels, and you're never going to actually be able to make an effective change with that piece. So as we're thinking about this, if you are a coach, look at some of the videos we have, look at some of the things we have, but really the number one thing that I've found that works almost every time is coming in and validating all of the work that's coming in and validating all of the things the teachers have been doing and saying, okay, here are some great things. What are some possible next steps that we can all stick around to think about? You'll see another video I have talking about the standards for math practice. That's a really good starting point, but there's lots of other really good starting points we can have too. So if you are in that role, make sure we come into it with a positive energy and say, I'm here to help. It's not my goal here to say you're doing things wrong. I would challenge you to also not say the word should. Think about, hey, here's some things we could do, some of those processes too. We'll talk about that in another video also. So if you're new to coaching, if you're used to coaching and you're trying to get maybe a few more tips and tricks, try some of these videos, try some of these strategies out. All right, all. Have a great day.